The journey to self-discovery and personal growth is not always a path bathed in light. Sometimes it requires us to confront and understand our darker aspects. Facing our dark side is a challenging but necessary part of personal growth. Miyamoto Musashi, a renowned Japanese swordsman, philosopher and strategist, provides a unique perspective on facing our dark side. In this video, we will discuss how to face your dark side. Lesson 1. Acknowledge that it exists. When we talk about facing our dark side, the first step is to admit that it's there. This is what we mean by acknowledge that it exists. It's like saying, yes, I have a part of me that I'm not very proud of or that scares me. Think about it like this. Imagine you're in a room and there's a big elephant in it. But you pretend it's not there. You walk around it, ignore it, and act as if the room is empty. But no matter what you do, the elephant is still there. It's the same with our dark side. We can try to ignore it, but it's still there. Miyamoto Musashi teaches us this lesson. Before he went into a fight, he would always know who he was fighting against. He wouldn't just walk into a fight without knowing anything. He acknowledged his opponent. In the same way, we need to acknowledge our dark side. We need to know it's there. When we acknowledge our dark side, we can start to understand it. We can learn why it's there and what it's trying to tell us. And when we understand it, we can start to control it. We can make sure it doesn't control us. So, the first step in facing our dark side is to say, yes, you're there. I see you. It's not easy and it can be scary, but it's also the first step towards understanding ourselves better and becoming stronger. Just like Musashi became a stronger warrior by knowing his opponent, we can become stronger by knowing our dark side. Lesson 2. Start small. When we talk about facing our dark side, the second lesson we can learn from Miyamoto Musashi is to start small. Think about how you would eat a big meal. You wouldn't try to eat it all at once. You would start with small bites. It's the same with facing our dark side. We start with the small things, the little faults and mistakes we make. Musashi was a famous warrior, but he didn't become a master overnight. He started with the basics. He learned how to hold a sword, how to stand, how to move. He practiced these basic skills over and over until he was good at them. Then, he moved on to more complex techniques. It's the same with us. We start by acknowledging our small faults and mistakes. Maybe we're always late, or we don't listen well, or we're quick to judge others. These are small things, but they're a start. We acknowledge them, we understand why we do them, and we work on improving them. As we get better at dealing with these small things, we can start to tackle bigger issues. Maybe we have a temper, or we're afraid of failure, or we struggle with self-esteem. These are bigger, more complex issues, but because we've started small, we're better equipped to handle them. So, the lesson here is to start small. Don't try to tackle your entire dark side at once. Start with the small things, the things you can handle. As you get better, you can take on bigger challenges. And remember, it's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn and grow. Just like Musashi, we can become masters of our own lives. Lesson 3. Be honest with yourself. Honesty is a virtue extolled by Musashi. We must be honest with ourselves about our flaws and shortcomings. Only then can we begin to address them. When we talk about facing our dark side, the third lesson we can learn from Miyamoto Musashi is to be honest with yourself. Being honest with yourself means accepting the truth about who you are, both the good and the bad. It's about looking at yourself in the mirror and seeing the real you, not the person you wish you were or the person others want you to be. Miyamoto Musashi believed in this idea. He knew that to be a great warrior, he had to be honest with himself. He had to accept his strengths and his weaknesses. He couldn't pretend to be perfect or invincible. He had to face the truth about who he was. When we're honest with ourselves, we can start to make real changes in our lives. We can start to work on our weaknesses and become better people. We can start to face our dark side. For example, let's say you have a problem with anger. You get angry easily and it causes problems in your life. If you're not honest with yourself, you might say, "I don't have a problem, I'm just passionate." But if you're honest with yourself, you'll say, "I have a problem with anger, I need to work on it." Being honest with yourself can be hard. It can be painful to admit our faults and shortcomings. But it's also the first step towards becoming a better person. Just like Musashi became a better warrior by being honest with himself, we can become better people by being honest with ourselves. Lesson 4. Practice self-compassion. Musashi taught that the path of the warrior is one of discipline and self-respect. In the same vein, we must learn to be kind to ourselves, even when we stumble or fall. In the same way, Musashi taught that we should practice self-compassion. This means that we should be kind and understanding towards ourselves. We all make mistakes and face challenges in life. During these times, instead of being hard on ourselves, we should treat ourselves with kindness and understanding, just like how we would treat a good friend who is going through a tough time. Practicing self-compassion involves acknowledging our own feelings and experiences without judging ourselves harshly for any perceived shortcomings or mistakes. It's about recognizing that everyone has their own struggles and that it's okay to not be perfect. By being kind to ourselves, we can learn from our mistakes and grow as individuals. This is a reminder to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to others, especially during times of difficulty or when we stumble or fall. It's about learning to love and accept ourselves just as we are, with all our strengths and weaknesses. This is a crucial step in facing our dark side and growing as individuals. Lesson 5. Be patient. Patience is a key virtue in Musashi's teachings. Facing our dark side is not a quick process. It requires time and patience. Musashi teaches us that instead of avoiding or denying these aspects, we need to face them head-on. This process of self-confrontation and self-reflection takes time. It's not something that can be done overnight or with a quick fix. It requires patience. When we rush through this process or try to force ourselves to change quickly, we may fail to truly understand and integrate these aspects of ourselves. The changes we make under pressure or impatience may be superficial, temporary, or even counterproductive. By being patient, we allow ourselves the necessary time to understand the root causes of our dark side. We can explore the reasons why we have certain fears, flaws, or negative tendencies. Patience enables us to investigate these aspects with a gentle and compassionate attitude, without judgment or self-condemnation. Furthermore, patience helps us develop the resilience and determination needed to work through these challenges. It's not always an easy journey, and setbacks and obstacles may arise along the way. But through patience, we can cultivate the strength to persevere and continue our progress towards self-improvement. By embracing patience, we can navigate the complexities of our inner selves with compassion and resilience, leading to genuine transformation and growth. Lesson 6. Embrace your shadow self. Miyamoto Musashi encourages us to confront and accept the darker aspects of our personality and existence. He believed that in order to live a fulfilling life, we must acknowledge and make peace with these parts of ourselves, even if they are seen as negative or undesirable. Many people prefer to ignore or deny these aspects, as they can be uncomfortable to confront. However, Musashi argues that by acknowledging and accepting our shadow self, we can gain valuable insights and a greater understanding of who we truly are. Embracing our shadow self does not mean indulging in destructive behaviors or justifying harmful actions. It means acknowledging that these aspects exist within us and taking responsibility for them. By doing so, we become more self-aware, and we can gradually work toward transforming these negative qualities into more positive ones. Musashi believed that by embracing our shadow self, we can achieve a greater sense of wholeness and integration within ourselves. By accepting all aspects of our being, we can develop a deeper level of self-acceptance and self-love. This acceptance allows us to let go of judgment and criticism, both towards ourselves and others, fostering compassion and understanding. Facing our dark side and embracing our shadow self also enables us to navigate life's challenges with resilience and strength. By acknowledging our fears and insecurities, we become better equipped to confront them and overcome obstacles. We learn to see our weaknesses as opportunities for growth and development, rather than as sources of shame or inadequacy. By doing so, we can gain self-awareness, develop self-acceptance, and navigate life's challenges with resilience and strength. It is a process of growth and transformation that allows us to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. Lesson 7. Explore your personality traits. Musashi was a keen observer of his opponents. Similarly, we should take time to observe and understand our personality traits, both good and bad. This lesson encourages us to look beyond the surface and delve into understanding the different aspects of our character. It reminds us that our personality is not solely defined by our positive qualities, but also by our flaws and weaknesses. By exploring these different facets, we gain a more complete understanding of who we are as individuals. The lesson suggests that through self-observation and reflection, we can identify our strengths, which can help us make the most of our abilities and take advantage of opportunities. At the same time, we also need to acknowledge and accept our shortcomings and negative traits. By recognizing them, we can work towards improving ourselves and mitigating any negative impact they might have on our lives and relationships. Exploring our personality traits involves taking an honest and introspective approach. It requires us to step back and objectively analyze our thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and patterns of interaction with others. This can be done through self-reflection, journaling, seeking feedback from trusted individuals, or even seeking professional guidance if needed. Ultimately, the purpose of exploring our personality traits is to gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, leading to personal growth and self-improvement. It allows us to build upon our strengths, navigate challenges, and relate to others in a more authentic and effective way. By exploring and understanding the various aspects of our character, both positive and negative, we can embark on a journey of self-discovery and personal development. Lesson 8. Express through art. Musashi was not only a warrior, but also an accomplished artist. He believed in expressing oneself through art. We can use art to explore and express our feelings, including those we find difficult to confront. Musashi emphasizes the power of art as a means to confront and express our darker emotions. He understood that art possesses a unique ability to delve into our innermost thoughts and feelings, allowing us to channel them in a constructive and creative way. Artistic expression provides a safe and non-judgmental space to explore and navigate through complex emotions that we may otherwise struggle to confront directly. It serves as a powerful tool for self-reflection and growth, enabling us to delve into the depths of our psyche and gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. Musashi encourages us to embrace the process of creating art as a form of therapy and catharsis. By giving shape and form to our emotional experiences, we can transform our pain, fear, anger, or sadness into something tangible, meaningful, and beautiful. Art allows us to externalize and release these emotions in a productive manner, providing us with a healthy outlet for self-expression. Musashi recognized that art has the potential to communicate our innermost thoughts and feelings to others. Through our artistic creations, we can share our personal stories and connect with others on a profound and emotional level. Art serves as a universal language, transcending barriers of culture, language, and background, enabling us to communicate our experiences in a way that words often fail to do. By expressing ourselves through art, we discover a pathway towards healing, growth, and self-discovery. Whether it is through painting, sculpture, writing, or any other form of artistic expression, we can find solace, understanding, and connection amidst the chaos of our inner world. Facing our dark side is not an easy task, but with the lessons from Miyamoto Musashi, we can approach this challenge with courage, honesty, and compassion. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.